Hi, everyone. Brad here. I just wanted to go through one of those let it go moments. Now, a lot of people have heard about let it go from, some popular media. That's great. I use the phrase all the time with CEOs. I'm helping them reframe their mind to let it go. But here's the problem. As much as we like the concept of letting something go, none of us are taught what does letting it go mean? How does it work? So, did what I did. I made a matrix. It's 5 parts on the series. Your goal as a CEO is to think, where are you in any individual part of the company? And can you move down one rung? Here's the 5 parts: integral, necessary, helpful, neutral, harmful. Let's walk through them real quick. Integral, don't even start without me. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you know my red line work. One of the key concepts is pathfinding. If you're taking the team down a path to find something new, don't even start without the CEO. It's their main job. But there's a lot of things in the world of your business, whether it's a 100-year-old business or a 100-day-old business, where you're integral to it, but you don't have to be or shouldn't be always. This is something we talk about in early startups called founder-led sales. It's integral for you to be involved in the early sales. Fine. What happens after integral? What's the rung down from that? It's what we call necessary. Necessary is necessary, but not sufficient. You're not doing all the work. It's not all about you, but there's some sign off, some wisdom, some idea, some ability to import a file. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this system or this process in your company where if you're not there, something breaks, something doesn't happen, or something isn't checked. That's necessary. Now we're moving down to the third rung. The third rung is one of the hardest ones to deal with. One of the worst things for people who've been promoted to CEO from longer standing companies for the first time, which is helpful. Everyone loves to be helpful, and you're probably helpful from your old zone of genius, your old persona, whatever C-suite level you came from, whatever discipline you came from. You're probably pretty good at something. In fact, you might be the best in the room at finance or sales or product design. You're helpful to the effort, but it's not your best and highest use. That's the hard one. The next one down is my favorite one when I'm helping CEOs engage in leveling up how they CEO. And it's where you're neutral, where you can walk into a room and realize you're neither helpful nor harmful. You're just there. And that's so important to be able to say, oh, I trust the team is going to be there doing the good work, whether I'm watching or not, because I was neutral. At best, I was an observer. At worst, I was in the way, which of course talks about the last rung of the ladder, which is where you're actually harmful to events. And I cannot tell you how often I've encountered a CEO where they come back into something, and as time goes by, your capacity and ability to pull off processes as they change, as markets change, as information and technology changes, you start mucking up the works. You're no longer grease, you're now sand in the gears. That's when you're harmful. Now, I don't know where you are in which different projects for your company, but I do know that writing this framework out and doing a self assessed audit of where you are in different processes of the company, especially black line and blue line processes, will help you level up. And I bet you anything, if you raise your hand and you ask for help, the team will be on board. Thank you for your time.